Welcome everybody to another video of Dead by Daylight. My name is Cubeproductions. Today we're using a really weird build, but this whole point of this video is basically going to be me fighting against really strong teams. So this first game is actually against a streamer whose name is Trust in Godly, I believe, or Trust Godly. He's a really good player, by the way. This is Survivor Friends, by the way. This entire video is about Survivor Friends and having to deal with Survivor Friends at Skull Merchant. So this is the streamer actually right here. He's the Nia. I am trying to hit him. I'm going to use also his point of view in the video. I also asked him that I could use it. So the build right now we're using is Dead Man Switch, Desolation, Scorcher, Resonance, and the cool perk is Starstruck. I'm using Starstruck because I want to try and use Starstruck with Skull Merchant. I'm also using what's it called? Running my strobes and battle targeting processor to make survivors move slower. Right here, I'm trying to mind game this kind of unsafe palette, but it's kind of bad and it's kind of funny because he actually said, what are we doing here? And I'm like, yeah, really? Because in my perspective, it looks like I'm actually trying to mind game him correctly, but from his perspective, it looks like I'm just an idiot. So it's so funny. But I'm trying to mind game him, then I'm like, you know what? I hear someone beside me. So I'm going to go after this guy, that's Jake, but I missed my hit. I'm like, how? So it's fine, though, because I should be able to get at least one, maybe stack of thing on him, but instead, I missed again. I'm like, this guy's really good, or I missed that. So I'm going to hit him finally. And then I get his claw trap now. Hopefully I can get one more hit on him and then he'll be slowed down. But the whole point of this build is to try and get Starstruck value. Starstruck is a really weird perk where basically it activates from what's it called? From dropping survivors or putting survivors on the hook. That girl right there crouched that way she wouldn't get hit by my drone. Smart girl, but also it's not gonna really do anything for her because she gets claw trap. Luckily for me, she kind of goes the wrong way, so I'm able to down her. So there's nowhere she can really go unless the power right here, which there is. But luckily for me, I was able to do a quick reaction and turn left before she decided to just destroy me. They do a gen immediately because that's what happens when you play Skull Merchant. I did down 3 people. Well, I did injure 3 people, but it's impossible to defend all those gens. I'm breaking this wall because this wall is kind of strong, honestly. If I don't break, this area is kind of strong if I don't break this wall. Goes back towards the generator because I think someone's back on it, but they're not. I didn't check my radar for some reason. I don't know why I didn't do that. I could have checked to see where they were, but I didn't. I see someone running, so I'm like, they're trying to go for the rescue. Let me try and cut them off. Luckily for me, I had already put a drone inside the main building. This is where I spawned. Well, not the main building, inside the shack. That's where I spawned. We're playing on Suffocation Pit, sadly, but this is Suffocation Pit, I believe B, which is a really not bad map. Long map, but it's not really bad. Like, it's kind of a big one, but I'd rather have Suffocation Pit B than have Suffocation Pit A. I hate that one. Speaking of Suffocation Pit A, the reason why I'm calling them A and B is because I am making a tier list video for Skull Merchant. My subscribers had asked me to make a tier list video a long time ago. I said I was going to, but I just never finished it because I've been super busy. I've been in college. College is finally over, so now I can put my full attention on that video. But I am still making videos like this one, where I go against different things. He's got teabags me. I'm like, okay. I don't really care if someone teabags me because I'm still gonna down them, but it's just funny because he mind gamed me twice. A really good mind game. He pretended like he could look at the window, but then he didn't. Then he goes to the window. I'm like, okay. Like, I don't understand how people teabag if they're just gonna die in the next 10 seconds. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's what survivors do. So yeah, on down this guy. Now they were a really good team. They weren't on comms, I don't think. They were Survivor Friends. I don't think they were like, it might have been a viewer game, I don't know. But they weren't on comms because I was, after the stream ended, I watched to see. I asked for his permission, I watched the VOD, and they weren't on comms because actually the streamer, well, I believe he was going through something, not going through something, he was dealing with something, like IRL. So even though he was streaming, he would periodically stop and just stop moving for like 10 seconds to talk to someone. And he had his face cam off the second the game started. So I believe he was dealing with something. That's the reason why he wasn't really playing 100%. And they probably weren't 100% coordinated. But it was still the hardest game I've ever had when it comes to Skull Merchant. And the reason why it was hard was, first, I'm using a different build than usual. And then also, this map isn't really one of the best maps for Skull Merchant. But these people are playing, like, they're all really good players. Like, it's normally I play against good players, but not like this level. They were like, they knew what they were doing. They were mind gaming me every single time. It was insanely strong. This girl didn't have balance landing, so I was like, yes, I should be able to get a free hit. Now everyone's injured and one person's on the hook. I really wish I had xenophobia, but I don't have it. She teabags me. I'm like, okay. I don't know why I do this. Like, again, if you're gonna teabag, at least don't Like, at least don't get down in the next 10 seconds and I'm fine with it. But sometimes survivors get down in like the next 10 seconds after they teabag. And I'm like, what's the point in teabagging me? You're just going to die in 4 seconds. So she's going to vault the window. I'm going to realize that there's no way I can really get her, so I'm going to go back. So this teabag was actually orange. I'm like, okay, I get it. But I'm going to go after this guy who I know Jake is dead on hook. Not dead on hook, but he's on his second stage. I'm like, I'm going after you. He probably has borrowed time still, or he has some hurt. I'm gonna try and mind game. I don't know why I decided to just act stupid. I don't know what happened. I was trying to get him Claude Trap, that way he couldn't use that hard. That's what I remember now. And then down him. And I'm praying no one goes for a flashlight save or anything weird. Or he doesn't have the side strike. But sadly, he had the side strike. I'm like, dang it. So now I gotta go after him again. But the reason why I still going after him is because I know he can't really do much. He lost the window, which he should have. But he didn't. I can down him, but he didn't ball the window. So I'm gonna go try and chase him in the shack. Kind of regret chasing him, honestly, because of the fact that I have to re-get a Claw Trap on him. That way he doesn't have... If you're Claw Trap... Well, if you're injured and you're Claw Trap, you can't use Dead Hard because you're... what's it called? Deep Wounded. You can't use Dead Hard if you're Deep Wounded. So, right now, he's Claw Trap. Like, yes, he's going to drop the pallet because he realizes if he didn't drop the pallet, he's going to die. So, he drops the pallet. I probably shouldn't have chased him for this long, honestly, but the reason why I did was normally on tunnel. But in this situation, I knew that there was no way I was going to win this game unless I quickly got someone out the game. So I knew I had to get this guy out the game. That was the only way I could win. So right here, I'm like, I bet someone can try to go to flashlight save just in case. But I wanted to go kick this generator. I heard a lot of progress on it. They use another generator across the map. That actually, it's not funny because you watch his perspective. You see him working on a generator while my drone's there. And I never would have thought someone would have done that. I know it sounds really weird. Like, people don't realize you can just crouch under the drone and never have to worry about being scanned. Luckily, he knew that. Also, he was really good. He was a really good player. Like, he was a really good player. His team played well, and also he was really nice. He didn't like complain about Scrum Merchant at all. Like, it would make me really happy, and I also followed him. I am gonna leave his Twitch channel inside the description so you know of him. But it was just really wholesome, I guess I would use, to be able to fight someone and not have to worry about what's it called? Not have to worry about like being ridiculed or whatever it is for playing Scrum Merchant. This is really nice. Then when you say GG at the end of the game, whether you lost or won, they're nice. So I was like, it's a really interesting experience. So I use all my score trick pin resonances, sadly, but it's fine because they only have one. They only have 4 gens, and I know they haven't touched 2 of them. So I am gonna go just protect the last gen that I know has like 85% on it. I'm going to use my radar to figure out where this person is. He's over here. I want to grab the Drake again because Drake's dead on hook. But I also don't really want to tunnel. But like I said, in this situation, tunneling is the best option I got. He vacuumed towards that pallet. I'm kind of mad. He's going to vault the window. Most likely, but he doesn't actually. So I'm like, oh. So I'm trying to mind game him. But I move really fast right now. I didn't realize how fast I was moving until the game was playing. Luckily for me, I didn't swing. And then obviously, I knew he can use Dead Hard. So I was like, I'm not going to swing either. But I'm so happy I didn't swing out there. Because if I swung, I would have missed and he would have got the window. And because I didn't swing, I was able to mind game Dead Hard or not. I'll give him a score trick, even though clearly I don't have any more score trick pin resonances. And I'm trying to I'm trying to be as fast as possible and as efficient as possible. But it's kind of hard to be efficient with Scrum Merchant because Scrum Merchant is an N1 killer who just slightly gets a speed buff and can sometimes injure people. That's why after recording all these videos, I changed my strategy when it comes to playing Scrum Merchant. I should get a free hit right here, honestly. But I hit the super pallet, and I'm like, of course. So I'm going to break this because there's no point in not breaking it. If I don't break this, he will just loop me forever, and I don't have time to deal with that. He does go to this annoying jungle gym, but he goes past it, and I'm like, you know what? It's not worth chasing you. I need to get a quick down, because the longer I chase you, the longer I chase you, the more time they do the generators that actually have progress on them, so I don't feel like dealing with that. I have to go after Jake, or go after the guy I'm going after right now who's injured. They realize that if I go after him, he's gonna die. They're trying to protect him. I know this, and I feel like he probably has a side strike, so I'm just not gonna go after him anyway. This girl, I know she got down once. I should be able to down her. And there's a score trick right here. I don't have any score trick pin resonances. Luckily for me, they're bad at flashlighting, or at least this guy is. He flashlights me now, but he's the injured one, so of course I'll go after him now. I'm stuck on a stupid rock, well, on a bin. So I'm kind of happy that I have, I believe, 3 people dead on hook. I think they're all dead on hook, but one of them's not. I think it's the Nia. Nia's the only one dead on hook. So the fact that I'm going after her now is kind of sad. But I probably shouldn't go after the streamer knowing she's dead on hook. But the reason why I did was because I know I have what's it called? What's this perk called? I have Starstruck because I want to try and get exposed people. The reason why I use Starstruck is I'm pretty sure if I read Starstruck correctly, I can do some really cool plays with it. Basically, I can grab someone out, I can pick up someone, and then everyone's in my terror radius will be exposed for 30 seconds. Then I have 30 seconds after I picked up that person to try and find everyone else. When that happens, I can use my power to become undetectable and sneak up on survivors. Then once my terror radius comes back, they are exposed because I still have the 30 seconds. Well, I have probably like 20 seconds left. And I have the ability to down the survivors. It's really, really good strategy, actually. It's just kind of hard to pull off. Right here, he dead hard, so I'm like, yay. So because of that reason, I mind game dead hard, and we're going to down him. And they're not going to have enough time to go on the, what's it called? Generator. That generator that we just touched or just got past is, has no progress on it, so I don't worry about that one. This one got blocked by the entity, so I know I don't have to worry about that one. But this one, it probably has an 85% again, so I have to mind game. I have to go on this one. Luckily, they used Dead Man Switch, and they blocked it. Everyone, I believe, is dead on hook now, so I have to just find someone and down them. Preferably 1 or 2, because 2 has a flash. Oh, sorry, 1 or 4. Because 4 has a flashlight and 1 I already hooked multiple times, so I feel like he should be a little bit easier to kill. This girl is going to try and mind game. They're going for the save. They're all going for the save, actually. So I know they're not on gens. And at this point, I'm like, okay, going after Jake should be fair and free because of the fact that there's nothing really over here, hopefully. And also, what's it called? Everyone else is going after the save. Sadly, there's a pallet right here. So because I have Desolation, the one time I actually use this perk, I was hoping he would vault the pallet. But because of the fact he doesn't vault the pallet, I'm like, I give up. I have to go towards the generator. They're going to do the generator in 4 seconds if I don't do this. So I have to hit this door. And I'm kind of just protecting this one gen like any killer would do. No matter what you do, you have to protect this generator. Because they all know what they're doing. Like, they're all spread out doing gens. And they're probably on the generator to the left of me. But the reason why I don't care is because of the fact that that generator has 0%. So it's going to take them about a minute to do it. Well, I think 90 seconds to do it. And if the 2 of them, it might take them like 80 seconds to do it. But long story short, it's going to take them a long time to do the gen. So right here, this pallet's down. I had to break it. I don't want to lose the game. So I'm going to break it eventually. But first I'm going to try mind game. But nope. Then he has live. So I'm like, oh no. Bye. Back towards the generator again. And here's this girl and the Nia. I hit the Nia because I have to get this generator back on progress. But sadly, it's about to be unkickable because I've kicked it so many times. I used the radar. I realized Jake is now droned up. I am going to go over here just in case to see if this gen has progress. I don't hear anything, so I feel like it has 0 progress. Reset this generator. Reset this drone and kick this gen. And then go back towards the same generator again. Like, this is literally rinse, repeat. It's going to be like this until I get it down, basically. So no one's in the generator, but it's done regressing because, yay. I can no longer kick it anymore, probably. So I gotta find survivors. I see Jake over here. I'm gonna try and get him. Sadly, they did heal Nia, so that sucks for me. I am gonna put a drone right here. That way I can slow him down and I should be able to catch him. Also, this will make it so that way I have the ability to hopefully get Nia claw trapped. Nia is minding her business, but I'm going towards the generator because I'm not stupid. I know the second I pick up this guy, they're gonna all just hop on that generator. So I put a drone up there. Hopefully they catch someone. Nia is going to try and not be, is going to try to rescue him. I know she doesn't have a flashlight on, I think she does at least. And if she does have one, she can't flashlight me because she'll get claw trapped, so that's fine. So because of that reason, we're going to hook him, he's dead. And we're going to try our hardest to get this gen. Luckily, that meant we elevate the gen to like 90%. Nia's claw trap, but the reason why I don't care is because I'm just going to mind my business. As I thought, it was a generator across the map. And then Starstruck activates because Starstruck is godlike.
Oh fuck, I'm dead. So wasted my DH. No. No, I wasted my DH, bro. Why, Lord? No. No.
And that's why you use Starstruck on Storm Merchant, that right there. So, at the time of this video, Nia accidentally used their heart. Now, I knew Nia had their heart, I saw it earlier. But he was standing still, you know, minding his business, doing his thing. And then he accidentally used their heart, and I laughed. Once I rewatched the VOD. So right here is Nia. I'm chasing him, and I expect that heart. But because he had accidentally used it, I didn't know. I just like expected it, but he never used it. So I was like, okay. So I get a free down, and then we're gonna down him and hook him on the hook. So as you can see, even though the game's over, I was still able to kill 3 people. So now I gotta try and find this last guy, knowing he's gonna probably get the hatch, or more importantly, get an exit gate, and I'm not gonna be able to chase him or get him. So I don't see anyone on exit gate. So I'm like, okay. I don't see anyone there, so I'm not gonna worry. I don't see anyone here. I don't have to worry. But then I see a crow, so I'm like, okay, he's definitely here. If that crow didn't really appear, I would have not known he was here, honestly. So I'm like, I know you're here, but where exactly are you? So I see his legs, and immediately I'm like, yep, found you. So now I try and chase this guy before he finds the hatch, and that's the hard part because I have no idea where the hatch spawned. He probably needs 3 lock-on stacks to even get injured. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna chase him. I sadly got rid of the drone that was already over here a long time ago, so I have to replace it. He's gonna try and mind game, well not mind game. He's gonna try and loot me here, knowing there's a drone right here. So that's 1 stack. And then I need to get a second one, but it's kind of hard to do that. I got a second stack, and now I need to get 1 more stack to get him injured. And I do have 2 drones, so it shouldn't be that hard to do it. But if he can't see the drone, then of course it's not gonna work. So right here, I get him in a really bad position. Basically, he is stuck. He's gonna try and mind game me in this terrible window. But because of the fact that I know he's gonna mind game me, I'm gonna wait for him to get injured, and then the second he gets injured, I just kill him. Like I'm like, nah.
That shit's so cheese in a 1v1, bro. What the fuck? Your power is so cheese in a 1v1. Your power is so cheese in a 1v1, bro.
Fully expected to lose, I'm not gonna lie. They were really good players, and that was probably the hardest game I ever had with Scrum Merchant. It was a lot going on. Like it was really just a lot of mind games between doing the generator, not doing the generator, and then Starstruck actually gave me value. I feel like if Starstruck didn't instant down that person, I would have lost the game because they would have had me chasing them for like an extra 30 seconds, and then Nia and Jake would have been able to do what's it called? The like exit gate and get out. So that Starstruck value actually helped me a lot. So that was the first game of the video. Normally I only do like 1 streamer game, but I have a lot more content to show y'all. So this is the first video where we fought against a really strong Survivor Friends team. Let's go to the next video, well next game, so I can show you how great I am at beating Survivor Friends with Skull Merchant. Also make sure you check out his channel, his Twitch channel, I will leave it in the description. Also, like I said, notice how he has like the least amount of points on his team. He was actually really busy during the game, and he was sometimes stopping to do different things. So just make sure that you watch his stream. Really good streamer, really nice guy. Okay, for the next game, I'm playing on the Pale Rose. And one thing I forgot to mention before the last game ended was when you look at his perspective compared to my perspective, the game looks so much better and brighter. And I really wish that Dead by Daylight allowed, like not really modding, but allowed people on console to be able to change like the way the game looks, because I would love to make the game brighter like that, because not only does it actually look better, it just makes it easier to see everything, and I feel like that makes the game just better visually. Also, it's kind of a cool change to be able to change how certain maps look to make it look better. I don't know, I just find that really good. Now I know some people be like, but that can be used for exploits. I'm like, yeah it can, but I wouldn't do that. I just want to make sure the game looks better. But anyway, on the Pale Rose, so the whole point of this video, like I said before at the beginning, is about 3 things. The hardest Skull Merchant game I ever had in my entire life, which you just saw. DCs, which you're about to see right now. And bully squads. Those are the main 3 things I wanted to showcase in this video, because of the fact that I rarely go against a bully squad, but DCs are common. DCs are so common when it comes to Skull Merchant. Now, in my last video, I actually said I've been getting less DCs than usual, but of course, these videos were recorded a month ago because I'm behind. But right here, someone immediately DCs, and this girl's like, yes, I understand my fate. And she wants me to kill her. So I'm like, I got you. So I'm gonna kill this girl too. And then, it's not funny because when people DC against my Skull Merchant, it's not that they're DCing because I am Skull Merchant. They're DCing because of the fact that I am outplaying them with a killer who literally can't do anything until I get a drone up. Or like I down them with an M1. I don't even use my power. I just down them with an M1. And because of that reason, they're like, oh, Skull Merchant's too strong, I'm leaving. And it's just so funny because I didn't do anything to them to make them actually, what's it called? like leave the game. They just left out of their own accord because they just hate losing to a score merchant. Like, it's kind of funny. So of course, and it's kind of funny. I read so many comments. People literally are like complaining about score merchant even less than usual. Surprisingly, I don't know, surprisingly, but people were complaining about score merchant less, and a lot of people were saying what I've been saying. Like, score merchant isn't really that annoying to fight against. It's more like because of one person will only DC from a game, it ruins the entire game for the rest of everyone else. Now, a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's DC and leave. Or a lot of people are like, why do you play this killer? Half the time you're PvEing anyway. You're only playing against bots. I'm like, that's not my choice. That's because y'all leave. Like, I'm confused. But of course, it was Survivor Main who said that. Like, of course. But it's funny to me because in my head, I'm like, that's not up to the killer. The killer can't decide who DCs or not. Like, literally, the worst killer in the game is probably like Trapper, Michael Myers, and Freddy. Yet people will still DC against Trapper because Trapper is a trap-based killer, and people hate fighting against trap killers in game trapped and dying. People still DC against Myers because Myers can instant kill you. And people still DC against Freddy, even though they are fighting against Freddy. But people still DC against Freddy because I don't know why, honestly, they just do. So my point is, like, no matter what killer you play, if you're gonna DC, it's how the game works. If you don't want to play against something, you leave. It's that simple. But to try and blame the killer for a survivor's DCing, like, that makes no sense. Like, you're gonna blame me because y'all decided to leave. What? The logic is flawed. But anyway, this is the whole point of this video. I wanted to showcase DCing. And like I said, I've been getting a lot less DCs, but as you can see, everyone's dying on the hook. Some reason why not really some reason why the bots are programmed to unhook people as long as the killer's not near the hook. So even though the survivor clearly wants to leave the game because of the fact that, like, there's no way she's gonna win, and one of her teammates is already dead, and she has 2 bots on her team, she still gets rescued from the hook. So I am gonna put as many drones down as possible, though, just so I can make sure that I actually, get as many points as possible. But because we all know what's gonna happen in this game, I'm just going to fast forward to the next game because of the fact that I'm gonna kill every single one of these people and they're not gonna get anything done. We already got half the hook stages and one person's dead. You know what's gonna happen. Okay, and of course the last survivor found the hatch. Well, I found the hatch and I closed it, but I found the last survivor and I was gonna kill her, but I was like, nah, just leave. She gives me her item as respect because of how this game works. And now I'll let her leave. So that was the second game of the video. If you want me to, by the way, just let me know in the comments if you want me to cut out, like, I know I watch Dead by Daylight YouTubers and they will cut out a lot of the gameplay and only show like the best parts. I personally like to show the entire game. I feel like the entire game is important, even though even the parts where I can't find survivors. I like to just showcase the entire game so y'all understand exactly what I went through, and not just cut out parts that I think will look better on YouTube. But just let me know if you think I should edit the games more and more to only showcase the good parts, or I should keep it the way I'm doing. Also, if you have any comments or any builds, just let me know in the comments. Of course, I love to read y'all's comments, and I always respond. But let's go to the next game so I can see more people DC against my score merchant. Okay, playing on the treatment theater. One of my favorite maps for score merchant, depending on how the map layout is and how everything goes. So, every single game I've been playing a different build because I just wanted to play different builds. Sometimes I make a build and then the video is about that build, and then sometimes I make a build and then the video is completely different because of what happened. So like I said before, this video is about DCs, so of course we're gonna have some DCs in this game. So we're gonna chase this Fangman. I'm trying to catch her off guard, but the problem is I don't have walls, I don't have any doorways to get out of. But because of the fact that she couldn't see me, she just immediately DCs. Oh my god, a score merchant outplayed me. How dare a score merchant decide to actually use her brain and counter me by going in this direction because of the fact that I couldn't see her? Like, who would even do that? So broken. A score merchant is hacking. She can see through walls. I'm leaving. Like, it made no sense. But for some reason, she decided to leave the game as if I did something egregious. And now we're gonna fight against this one guy. I can't remember his name, but it's just so weird to me how, like, they left the game because of their own stupidity. They made the mistake, and yet I don't get it. But then they're probably the same ones who complain Score Merchant is too strong, but proceed to do dumb things like that. Like, I don't get it. So right here, I'm trying to go for this guy, but because of the fact that I need to get him scanned 3 times, I'm gonna try and scan him 3 times. But in my head, I'm like, why are y'all still in the game? Y'all already got a lever. Yes, I've done one gen, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get more people to scene because normally once I chase someone, they give me a good chase. Once they fail, they're gonna leave because that's how that works. If that makes sense, though. Like I remember, I did a video where I was going against a streamer, and I said to y'all that it's like they want to play the game their way, and then once they finally die, they just give up. Like they'll do the generators and everything, but the second they get loot and they die, they're like, I'm done playing. I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna hit her, luckily, and right here she's gonna try and stay at the pallet. I'm not even gonna try my game. I'm just gonna like use desolation and just let it happen because desolation is the best thing ever. I literally break the pallet, then desolation, hook her, and then for some reason, Viatorio, he gets claw trapped, and then he's like, oh my god, Scar Merchant injured me from across the map. No killer can do that. That's so broken. How dare a killer be able to injure someone across the map because I decided to walk inside of a drone, even though clearly there's beam lights and also a whole path on the ground telling me exactly where the drone is. But because of the fact that Scar Merchant was the one that did it, I have to leave the game. I got injured from across the map, broken, and left the game. Like, it made no sense, but that's how the game works. I don't get it. And I'm sorry I'm being really weird when it comes to my reactions, but that's how I imagine these survivors think. Like, you got outplayed by a Scar Merchant in the first 10 seconds of the game, you leave. You got injured by a drone when you can clearly see that the drone in the area, it literally showed you a circle and tells you exactly where the drone is, and yet you still found a way to get injured by it when you can literally just crouch. I don't get it. Meanwhile, the human player is literally body blocking for the bot. I'm like, what the world? And I'm just done, ready to get this game over with because there's no point in playing anymore. So I'm gonna chase this girl. I'm hoping she doesn't have live, but sadly, she decided to mind game me and she went the other way. There's the stupid god pallet right here. Not really a god pallet, but it's a really strong pallet because the window right here, so she can just vault the window and then do this. But because I got her cloud trap, I know she'll just get slowed down once a drone hits her. That drone didn't hit her, but there's nowhere else for her to go. So you know what's about to happen, but they literally down everyone and get them all hooked. Okay, for the last game of the video, we're playing on whether it's Isle or maybe we're playing on Coldwind Farm. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see what we're gonna deal with today. Okay, playing on Greenville Square. Honestly, I would rather play on this map than play on any Coldwind Farm ever, because this map is actually really easy to deal with because of how the map layout works. Basically, there's one gen across the entire map inside the movie theater. There's one gen near the circle area in the behind us, and then there's basically a 5 gen in the middle. It makes no sense, but that's how Dead by Daylight decided to make this map. So this entire game is about bully squads. This squad was literally a bully squad. If you saw the offering, they're trying to get me to Coldwind Farm and then also try to get me to this map. I don't know why. They're all running the exact same character, by the way. And they also are running, what's it called? They use the add-on to where my hooks are automatically further apart from each other. Because they're probably going to sabotage my hooks and make it so I can't play the game. Or they're going to flashbang me and obliterate my soul, and I'm not going to have any fun ever. So I don't fight against bully squads very often, and normally I win against bully squads because they all make the same mistake where they get cocky. Like, they get me down to like near the gens, but then they end up being cocky. And in case you don't know, the longer the game goes on, or the closer the gens are to each other, Star Merging gets stronger because you have to work on gens, but you also are going to probably get cloud trap because of drones. So because of that reason, it's kind of like impossible for them to do anything. So right here, I found one person, they already did a gen in the first like 30 seconds of the game starting. So that's one gen gone. But I found someone, but I can't really chase her because she got rid of my drone. I gotta replace it. But instead, I want to put it on the outside because of the fact that way she might actually get chased. But she decides to leave the shack, or maybe I got lost. I don't know, one of the two. So at this point, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go after the generator in the movie theater because no point in doing that. I'm not gonna go after the generator in the square because no point in doing that either. So I gotta find a generator that I can defend, or I gotta find a person I can down. But it's much harder than you think because even though my drone's right here, she's gonna probably do the pallet. She does. My range for my drone to hit her, but she's gonna what's it called? Duck. I sadly get stuck on air, so I'm like, great. Now I'm hoping that drone will hit her. It doesn't because it's not how it works, sadly. But it's fine. It should be a free hit because there's no pallet or anything she can get to. And instead, I put a drone up so I can try and get her cloud trap, but she holds W, so I was like, dang it. By the time I do this chase, though, she's gonna probably have like another generator completed because that's how that works. She vaults the window as I expected, but she hit the pallet right here. I'm hoping she can vault the pallet that way I can break up Desolation. She does, thank the Lord, and now all I have to do is chase her somewhere else. There's a pallet right here. She's not gonna vault, she's not gonna drop it though because of the window right there. It makes more sense to loot the window first than it does to drop the pallet. I'm gonna try mining with my red stain, but she can literally go anywhere. She can go back towards the pallet, you can loot the window again, or she can go towards the main building. So she has a lot of options because this map is not really terrible. So after that happens, I look and there's a generator completed. I'm like, yeah, as I expected. I still haven't hooked anyone. This gen's at basically 90. And I still gotta down this girl, but because she's injured, I'm going after her. Even though I just saw someone else. I know the pie right here, because the pie always spawns right here, it feels like. I swing anyway because I'm like, I gotta try and down this girl. Try to mind game, but I'm not gonna be able to do it. She's gonna drop the pallet immediately. I put a drone up, but it's kind of useless because she's not claw trap. I finally get her claw trap, and now she can just slow down if she gets drone. Luckily for me, she makes a mistake though, and I'm like, yes. And a scorcher right here, so I'm like, yes, this should be good. But of course, I get flashbang because I am playing the bully squad, and I don't have time to deal with background player. So background player activates. They have done 3 gens now. But luckily she's really unsafe pallet taking the swing right here. I'm gonna go not pick her up, of course, because there's a girl right in front of me, so I gotta go after her. I believe she got 1 or 2 stacks of whatever's caught on her. She had 1, okay. So 1 more stack and she'll get a claw trap on her. I will go after the girl on the ground, but because of the fact this game hates me, I know they're gonna have a stupid annoying perk like background player and obliterate me. Luckily for me, I use Desolation this game and I finally get a person down. I'm praying there's no flashlight, but of course, another flashbang. And the worst part is, like, they flashbang and then look at you like, ha 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 ha, lol. And I'm like, but I can't do anything against that. I can't beat that. Unless I brought, what's it called? Lightborn with me, but I didn't bring Lightborn because I didn't think I would need it. But I probably should have known if I see the same survivors running the same exact survivor, I should probably bring Lightborn. This girl's gonna go down. I'm like, well, there's probably someone here to rescue you because my drone went off, so I'm like, yep, there's someone here. If my drone didn't go up right there, I probably would have picked her up even though I would have risked my life for it, but I'm gonna just hit her. She's not gonna drop down the pallet because she knows she's gonna lose. She's still here. This girl's trying to like crouch. I'm like, what are you doing? I get her with my drone anyway. I'm trying to get her claw trap, but I don't get her claw trap. They're all trying to save this girl who's around the ground. I'm gonna go pick her up in a minute, but because I feel like they're gonna have background player, I'm kind of scared, but I'm like, I have nothing else to do. So, do I just leave you on the ground, or I got to someone else? I hear someone else, and I see their scratch marks. So I'm like, okay, I can go after you. But they're so far away, and I already got someone down. But luckily, this pallet's not really the safest pallet in the world. So I can mind game this maybe, but they're actually pretty good. Like, they're a good team, but then also they're, like, just bullying me because they're using flashbang to try to obliterate my soul. And they purposely sent me to this map, or one of these maps. So it's kind of like they didn't know what they're doing. They didn't do it because they were like trying to use skill. They're like, I actually want you to go here, and you're gonna have to suffer. I'm like, okay. But here's the thing: I am Storm Merchant, and I've done with this. Well, not really done with this many times, but I've dealt with bully squads in my past, so I kind of know what I'm doing. It's more like once the game gets to the end of the game, all I have to do is just get one person, get them killed, and win. I'm just gonna block the window and with the pallet because it's obvious. I believe the pallet in here is down, but I can't remember. She went on the outside. I knew that she went on the outside, someone mind game and trying to go back, catch her off guard, but she decided to just wait near the pallet because you can kind of just wait at the edge and then see if someone's coming or not. And if you do see them, you just wait. I kind of have to chase this girl though because I'm kind of in a bad position where I don't have anywhere else. I don't have anything else to do. Like if I don't chase her and down her, they'll just do whatever they want. I know that she's probably back towards this pallet. But instead she goes towards this pallet, I'm like, great. This annoying pallet that's basically unmine-gameable. I'm putting a drone up here. I'm trying to slow her down. Of course, my drone decides that it doesn't want to spawn. Well, it does spawn, but of course she's on the edge, so I can't even hit her. She does get mind game. Then the game's like, nope, you're not going to down her. I'm like, wow. Because I saw that girl at the corner of my eye, I'm going to go after her. I'm trying down this girl. They have 1 gen left, and I know I lost the game. Luckily and unluckily, she gets claw trapped. Luckily, she gets claw trapped because you're gonna run away from me, and I have time to pick this girl up. And I know they can't rescue because they try and rescue. They're gonna literally just what's it called? They're gonna literally go for the rescue and end up getting claw trapped and slow down. So they're probably not gonna make it. So I'm hooking the scorcher. Finally, the first hook of the entire game. because after getting 4 different hooks, I get flashbang, or 4 different down, I get flashbang, and this map is Pallet City. But here's the problem, and I feel like it's something the survivors don't think about. This map is amazing for Scum Merchant because of this reason. There's 1 gen left, and every single generator is close to it besides 1. The only generator that's not close is literally the one across the entire map in the square. But as long as they don't go towards that one, I don't have to worry about it. Also, if I get someone dead, then I don't really have to worry about that gen. So right here, I'm gonna literally camp this girl on the hook. I don't care. Like, they can use flashbangs 24/7 and obliterate me, so that way I can't, you know, hook people. I deserve the ability to do this. So I'm gonna camp this girl and get her dead. The problem is, get her dead and kill her. But the problem is, though, you can't stay too close to the hook because she'll get unhooked. What I find a really good mechanic, but in this situation, I kind of find it dumb. Like, I get punished because I finally get a hook. Like, what? I don't get it. When I could have hooked someone on literally Gen 1, but no. So I'm going to be close enough to where they can't get the unhook camping thing. But also, I'm going to go after her, knowing she has, like, borrowed time probably. I'm gonna wait 10 seconds. I can hear them behind me chasing me. They're gonna drop the pallet. I don't care. If I get her claw trap though, then I don't really have to worry about anything because she'll get what's it called? Deep wounded, and then I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about their heart. She had live right there, so she's gonna get some distance from me. But the problem is though, is I need one more stack or one more lock on stack, and then she gets claw trapped. There's someone here. They're gonna try and body block for her, but you can't really body block with against a Scum Merchant because you can just drone people, and they get drone, they just die. So I'm gonna get every single person probably claw trap, but I gotta figure out which person's who, and I have to figure it out. I'm pretty sure it's this girl. So I down her, I'm like, yes. Down her, I'm like, yes. And then I got one more person to down, and I win the game. Well, not win the game, but I got 2 more people to down, and I win the game. I didn't mean to check this, honestly. I got kind of confused. I realized she's right here next to this thing. This pallet's so unsafe. She knows that. She's not gonna even try and go there. I'm gonna go back towards this pallet. I'm gonna pray they don't have like any flashlights or flashbangs. But right here, I see they're all down. So I gotta mind game this. But I gotta mind game it that way she doesn't pick up. She doesn't what's it called? That way she doesn't go to her shack. Luckily, I grabbed one person on the ground and it was the right girl. Thank the Lord. So now they're all injured, one girl's claw trapped, and I'm like, okay, I actually can win this game now. They're gonna vault the window, the pallet doesn't really matter though because they're slowed down so much where eventually they're gonna make the wrong decision, like that. But because the game hates me, I don't get the down because I'm pretty sure she had resilience, so even though I literally made the right read, she still was able to make the pallet. All this rock is gigantic, so it's kind of hard to even go around it. So right here, we're gonna hook this girl. And as long as they're not on the generator across the map, which they're probably not, I can defend and I can win the game. So, one person is dead because after literally struggling to get the one person down, we finally got the ability to actually play the game. So, they're actually on the generator. They all, of course, have adrenaline, by the way, because why wouldn't they? And then I'm like, well, it's fine because they're going to probably go for the girl on the hook. But if they go for the girl on the hook, survivor friends are really, really altruistic. One of them is probably going for the exit gate, the other one is probably going for the hook. I'll need one more lock on stack probably for this girl. Hopefully. But nope, I need probably 2 more. She's going to probably drop the pallet on me. She doesn't drop the pallet. I want her to get claw trapped, but she's like, nope, now she gets claw trapped. They rescue the girl on the hook. I'm like, that's fine. And I believe the basement's right here, so I'm going to try and mind game and try and get this girl in the basement if I can. Sadly, they were able to go to the window. I'm like, dang it. She flashbangs me. I dodge that, and then we're gonna hit her right here. The basement is right here. You know exactly what we're about to do. We're gonna put her in the basement. I'm gonna vault the window instead though because I'm bad at the game. And then I'm gonna put a drone up just in case someone tries to come with a flashbang. Look around just to make sure, and we're gonna go hook this girl. Basement time. Now all I'm gonna do is just protect the basement. Once the game ends, there's no more like borrow time, the cycle strike, and anything really. Like you just don't get anything. So I'm gonna try and put drones everywhere. That way everyone gets claw trapped. I look and I'm pretty sure that exit gate is red, which means someone's actually fully on it. I can't literally face camp her, but wanted to, and she can't do anything about it because of the fact that yeah. This girl going for the rescue. I'm like, you do that. Don't really care. this girl is gonna struggle getting back up there. Someone gets stopped, I'm like, yay, down. And now all I have to do is get the last girl and we're good. But I decided to just hook this girl because I don't even care about getting everyone dead. I just wanted to kill as many people as possible. Also, in my head, I was like, if I decide to hook this person and they decide to get out, if I try to hook this person and they actually get out the game, then they might get out the basement and then I won't get to kill anyone. So I'm like, nope, I won't hook you. They're all on the hook, they can't get off, and they're gonna leave the game. So I got 3 out of the 4, but that's how you fight against bully squads with Scrum Merchant. Especially on this map, you literally just wait. So, do I think like I don't really think bully squads are like a big deal. I just hate the fact that flashbangs can even get you out of situations like that. It's so annoying because you can't do anything about that. You basically have to get the survivor to be what's it called, exhausted, so they can't use the perk. But unless they're claw trapped and I have the exhaustion add-on, or I have fearmonger or whatever perks to get people exhausted, there's not really much I honestly can do. And this is funny because like it's a really weird experience having to deal with that. I never actually dealt with that before. As you can see, they all have flashbangs besides one of them. But then 2 of them had like the best mech kit ever. One of them had deliverance. Luckily, I killed the girl who had deliverance. I got really lucky that the first person I hooked just happened to be the one that had deliverance. Of course, 2 of them had adrenaline. The 2 people on the generator, they all had resilience. So of course they would have bought the pallet 9% faster, which is just enough to where they don't actually die. And of course, you know, 3 of them have background players. So it's just like, yeah. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Me destroying this bully squad, me also doing really well against that streamer, and also everyone DCing. You know, it's fun to watch people DC. I will, of course, be posting more videos as soon as possible. If you have any builds, let me know in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a nice day. Also, if you have any games you want to play, let me know in the comments.